Hello everyone, let me walk you through the demo of CPI Paypod Machine Integration in Odoo by BrowseInfo. This enables seamless connection between Odoo's POS system and CPI Paypod cash automation devices. This integration automates cash handling by allowing secure acceptance and dispensing of cash directly through the Paypod machine, minimizing manual errors and enhancing checkout efficiency. Ideal for retail environments, it streamlines cash transaction, improve accuracy, and ensure a faster, more secure customer payment experience. So first of all, we will go into the POS module. Here, under configuration, we will go into the CPI configuration. Open that, and here you can create your own CPI configuration. I have created already one, so I'm going to open it. Here you can see I have named it BrowseInfo. Under that, you need to add the username, password, client ID, and client secret. Now, after this, we are going to generate a token by clicking on Generate Token button. And here you can see the token is generated. Here you can see the token, and under that you can see the generated token time, and you can see that under devices there are two devices which status is null right now. And here you can see the state of this configuration is token generated. Here we will hop on to the CPI payment service, and in here you can see there are two options under devices in here. One is stimulated note payment and other is stimulated coin payment. So first here you can see the stimulated note and coin payment devices which is updated into our Odoo interface. So we are going to open the stimulated note payment device. We will go into the information, and here we are going to click on stimulated device control panel. And we are again going into the CPI payment service, and we are going to open the stimulated coin payment device. And in here also we are going to go into the information, and we are going to click on stimulated device control panel. So first of all, we will go into the note 1, and we are going to create a new note in here. So here you need to add the currency code, you need to add the value which will be divided by 100, and you need to add the version, and you need to enable the boolean is recycle. Here by clicking on new, here you need to add the currency which I will be adding EUR. You need to add the value. So I will be adding my value as I'm going to add 5,000, which will ultimately be considered as 50, and I'm going to select the version A, and I'm going to enable the is recycle. So here you can see my my note is added into here. Again, in the coin also we are going to add a new coin. Make sure to add the value which will be divided by 100. So here I am going to add my currency as EUR, and I am going to add my value as 5,000 again, which will again be 50 because it is always divided by 100. And we are going to add a version, and we are going to enable is recycled and going to click on add. So here you can see a 50 rupees coin and a 50 rupees note we have added into our currency. Now click on connect to connect it, and here you can see that the payment service is connected. Now again we will go into the note also, and we are going to just click on connect. Here you can see that the note payment service and the coin payment service is connected. Now after this we will go into the CPI payment service, and in here we will go into the note, and we can check there are two new tabs. One is for cash box and another is for recycles. And in the coin also you can see there are two tabs. One is for cash box and another is for recycle. So if I go into the recycle, just click on enter fill mode, and we are going to click on continue. And now we need to go into there. Here we will come into the payment service, and we are going to add our currency. So here I am going to select my 10 count for 10 rupees, and here you can see EUR 1000, and I'm going to select 10 count for EUR 2000. Okay, I have selected 11 count, and here you can see the count for EUR 2000. Now I am going to add again 10 count for 5000 EUR. So here you can see I have added the 10 count for EUR 5000. Now I'm going into my CPI payment service, and in here we can see that we have added the currency in here. You can see the quantity, value and currency in here. Now after this we will go into the note 1 and we are going to add our currency in here also. So first of all I'm going to add EUR 100. So I'm adding EUR 100 to the count 10. Here you can see I have added EUR 100 to the count 10, and after that I am going to add 50 EUR to count 10 again. Here you can see I have added EUR 50. Now I am going to add EUR 10. I am going to add EUR 20, and I am going to add EUR 200, and I am going to add EUR 5000. You can see the count besides the EUR currency, and here you can see the count. Now again we will go into the CPI payment service, and here you can see a continue button. Just click on that and your currency will be added. Now we are going into the cash management, and here you can see the total for your currency. Here you can see how much you have added and how much your machine contain. Here you can see the total. Here you can see the coins and the notes which have been added into your cash. Now here you can go into the coins and you can see how much coin do you have, and besides that you will find a note tab. You can go and you can just check how many notes do you have in your machine. So after this configuration we will go into our Odoo interface and we will go into the configuration. Under that we are going, but before that we are going to sync our device. So here after syncing the device you can see the status has turned into green, indicating it is successfully synced. Now we will go into the configuration and we will go into the CPI cash management. Here you can see the cash management for your coins and the notes in your machine in here. You can see the domination, recycler, cash box, and you can see the total in here. After this again we will go into the configuration and we will go into the payments method, and we are going to open any one payment method and we are going to set our CPI. Here I have added BrowseInfo as my CPI. And after this, okay, so our session is open, that's why it is throwing us a validation error. So we are just going to close this session here. Close register, and you can see our session is closed. We will go into the backend, we will go into the configuration, payment method, open the payment method and set your CPI. Here I have set my CPI, and now I'm going to click on save. Now after this you can just choose any another payment method in which you want to set your CPI, otherwise just proceed. Now we are going into the dashboard, and now we are going to open a register, but before that you can see the CPI machine details under that. Now we are going to open our register. Now before opening the register, here you will find a button. Just click on that currency button, and under that just click on sync. Here you can see your money is updated in here. You can see it and you can see the total. Now I'm just going to confirm this, and now we are going to open our register. So we are going to add some products. So I will be adding desk combination. Here you can see it is of $100. Now we are going to update the quantity if you want. So I'm selecting 2, so it is $200. I'm going to select a customer. I'm going to select Azure Interior, and now I'm going to proceed with the payment. Now select the payment method in which you have set your CPI. So I'm going to select cash, and in here you can see $200. Now as soon as I click on validate, a wizard will pop up. Here you can see the pay amount. Under that you can see the amount left to pay and total to pay. So now we will go into our payment service and we are going to select our note which we want to pay. So here I am selecting 5000 EUR, and you can see the count is 1. So when I come into here, you can see 50 rupees it added into here, and the remaining amount is 150. As I said, the note and the coin will be divided by 100, which we added in here. So now if I select 200, and if I go and check in here, you can see 2 rupees is added into here, and under that you can see 148 rupees is still remaining. So I'm just going to make it 5, and here you can see 60 rupees is paid and 140 is still remaining. So I'm just going to clear my payment. So in here I'm going to add 500. So here you can see the 160 is the total and 40 rupees is still remaining. So now we are going to add 40 more rupees, and you can see the count has turned to no items, and here you can see that your payment is validating. Now in the bill receipt also you can see the inserted amount, and how much note and coin you have paid will also be visible into your bill in here. Now if I close my register, or if I go into the back end, and if I go into the orders, open the orders, and in here you can see our order is created. Here you can see the amount, and under the payment tab you can see that the payment method is this, and this is the amount which is paid in here. Now if I come into the CPI payment service, here also in the cash transaction, here also you can see that the amount is added into the machine, so the total is gained. Now we will go into the transaction history, and in here you can see the transaction which we just created from the Odoo interface. If you have any queries about this video, you can ask them in the comment box and we will solve your queries. If you feel this video is useful to you, please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more Odoo related videos. Thanks for watching.